What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Getting right into it today, I want to talk about next Saturday's upcoming co-main event between Marlon Moraes and Song Yadong in the bantamweight divisions. You got two guys in two separate spots in their careers. You got Marlon Moraes, who is currently 1-4 in his last 5 after starting out 4-1. He's basically 5-5 in his first 10 fights. You had the two versions of Marlon. You had the rising star Marlon Moraes, who was running through everybody, Aljamain Sterling, Jimmy Rivera, Rafael Assunção, all the way up to his bantamweight title shot against Henry Cejudo. And the first round of that fight, too, it really looked like Marlon Moraes was going to be our next bantamweight champion. And Henry Cejudo said, hold my fucking beer, not today, wasn't going to happen. Henry wasn't quitting that day, and he broke Marlon. And that has basically been the blueprint to beat Marlon Moraes. You got to basically get through those 3 minutes of his explosiveness, his athleticism, his very superior and unorthodox striking styles. Marlon Moraes is very dangerous and one of the most dangerous guys in the entire bantamweight division for the first 3 minutes. After that, it's really anyone's guess. He really shows to slow down significantly after the first 3 minutes, and everybody's pretty much has had their way with him. Early on, he starts very well, and even though he's 4-1 in his last 5, that win against Jose Aldo, to me, was very suspect. I thought Aldo won that fight. To me, Marlon Moraes right now is 0-5 in his last 5. And, he's been getting dominated by everybody. That fight against Merab, right? He almost put Merab out, fucking out. I don't know who was reffing that night, but wow, whew. What a phenomenal job reffing. Merab weathered the storm and was able to turn it around very, very quickly. And it ended pretty much the exact same way that it has for Merab lately. His confidence has gone down. He does hesitate. And he seems to blow his load right away. That fight against Corey Sandhagen, the fight against Rob Font, he has been getting put out, Now, Sandhagen did get him with that crazy spinning wheel kick. And then he seemed to come back a little too fast against Rob Font. So he's taken a lot of damage in a short amount of time, I'd say in the last 3 years. We don't really have the same guy in Marlon Moraes. And with him going against a guy like Song Yadong, 24 years old, has been tested. I think he's only one loss in the UFC, and that was to Kyler Phillips. And even that was a very close fight. He's got to win over Cheeto. He's got to win over Casey Kenny. The dude has looked really, really, really good. For 24 years old, Song Yadong is in a very, very good position in the bantamweight division. In a win right here, this is setting him up right now for a very big opponent. If he shows up next Saturday, right? Song Yadong needs this win to get that next top 10, top 5 opponent in that bantamweight division, maybe even a rematch against Cheeto. A lot of people thought that Cheeto won that fight, along with myself. I did think Cheeto did win that fight. So this fight is kind of perfect to set that up for Song. If Song does get this win, he could sit out for a little bit. He will really have a good position to pick whoever he wants to go moving forward. And you got Marlon Moraes, who's in a very do or die situation. Marlon needs a win. He's 33 years old. He's in a division where you need to rely on speed and athleticism. A lot of the younger guys dominate in these divisions. The experience and stuff like that, and the older guys who succeed more are usually in the upper weight classes, middleweight, light heavyweight. The older guys tend to be a little better because they have that experience and they don't have to rely on their speed so much in their movement. Where the little guys, they have to rely on their speed, they have to rely on their athleticism, because that's what makes a lot of those younger dudes so prolific in those lighter weight classes. So you take that a little bit away from him, he's probably lost a step or two, he's lost a little bit of confidence, he's gonna hesitate a little bit. And now that he knows that he does not have that gas tank, maybe he's going to be more hesitant in this fight, maybe pick his shots a little better, but that might be a really good way for Song Yadong to take rounds, to be aggressive, to score points early on against Marlon. The writing's on the wall for this fight for the most part, but what makes it interesting is the fact of who Marlon Moraes was before his losing streak and where he is now. He could still put Song Yadong out. He almost took out Merab Dvalishvili very quickly and very decisively, but Merab just had no quit in him that night, which seems to be the case with Merab at any fight. That dude just fucking goes. You're going to have to kill Merab to get him out of there, you know what I mean? So with this fight, a lot of big implications. Personally, I think Song Yadong, he's right there. He's ready. He's 24 years old. He's got the athleticism, the confidence. He's got the hands. He's got the power. He's got the speed. He's got everything. Very well-rounded. He's been tested. So it's not like he's going to be a deer in the headlights in this matchup. So I expect him to take home the victory in this fight. Marlon, you need to win if you want to keep your job in UFC or maybe even continue your career. If you take another beating in this fight, you need to really, really reassess what you're doing with your fight career. Because once you start taking this sort of damage, you're now taking years off your life. And Marlon really needs to start thinking about his future if he takes more damage in this fight. So it's very exciting to see. Guys, tell me what you guys think. Is Song Yadong gonna, is Song Yadong gonna take this? Is Marlon gonna pass the torch? Or is Marlon gonna say, fuck that shit, he's still there, he ain't ready to go yet? I'm very excited. Guys, tell me what you guys think in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mr. Mustache MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.